right, I got a little bit more to say. And I'm going to make this another 5-minute video because like the Texas Ranger, the eyes of the law are seeing what's going on. So in this next 5 minutes, just call me the Texas Ranger. I'm able to see things and I know all of what's going on. So from what I see now, after me dropping that video, they're talking about concocting a way saying that I did something say that I perjured myself. Well, see, by informed papyrus is not perjuring yourself. Okay? Newsflash. Informed papyrus, I could not afford at the time legal fees. I could not afford that. But I did pro se. And I took advantage of the legal process of going pro se and doing an informed papyrus. So that is what we would call in the field a nothing burger. A complete nothing burger, if you will. And what the other guy did, okay, he pretended to be somebody so he wouldn't feel the heat. He pretended to be another person so he wouldn't feel the heat and perjured himself. Perjured himself in a federal court, okay, which, again, like I said, the officials and the authorities know about that in the federal court in Richmond. So there ain't nothing you can do about that. And you can show all the checks you want to show all the checks. By the way, Michael Saunders, Liquid Michael Saunders paid me back on that Biden-Trump bet, by the way, in case you didn't know that. Liquid Michael Saunders paid me back the debt that you had owed me on the election when Biden beat the shit out of Trump. So you ought to thank Liquid Michael Saunders for doing that. But Michael Saunders, you can, you say that you're going to go ahead and turn the checks in and all that. Buddy, you're a fugitive, okay? You're a fugitive from the law. And when we find out where you're at, we're going to let the authorities know where you're at, okay? Trust me on that. And Mitchell is all shivering. The phone call has been made to the Mexican authorities, okay? The phone call has been made, not only by me, by other people. So it's been made. So it's according to when they decide to come and get you. So you better run, man. You better run. Because the deed has been done there, Mitchell. So suck on that. And Tori Baker, where did that name come from? Tori Baker was a troubled girl that used to work in the gentleman's club that me and Bo used to point around. Tori Baker had problems with her, she wanted to be reunited with her mother, and I personally reunited her and her mother together in Philadelphia. Okay? That's where she's from. She was on the show, great singer, great person. And her and Bo were, tight also too. But she said some disparaging things about Bo at the time. And, of course, she said some disparaging things about me, obviously, to a bunch of low inbred garbage. So, yes, Tori Baker was living with somebody. Tori Baker was living had an estranged relationship with somebody and would get in constant arguments all the time where I had to pick her up and take her to work. Tori Baker was a troubled girl. A very talented person, very nice person. I severed relations with her when she started talking to the trolls. That's it with that. So you can bring up Tori Baker all you want. See, I see everything that's going on right now, and I just saw that. So, bitches, you all need to check yourself before you wreck yourselves. That's it. I've called it out. All right? And, you all are a bunch of nimwits that are obsessed. And that obsession is going to be the do-in for the majority of you all. You got it? It's that simple. You're pathetic, and you're mentally deranged. All of you all need to run along. I can see everything, and I can see what's being said right now on Discord, by the way.